go. Just trying to test for audio. There we go. I forgot to put my in-ear monitors in. That doesn't help. Always something. There we go. So Lloyd, if once you're on, would you please let me know? Are you there? Hello, hello. All tuned up and ready to have some fun. Just need to know if anybody can hear me. Having a problem with your headset, okay? Hey, Darth. Welcome in. Glad you got your t-shirt. I wasn't so sure. It sounds fine to you? Okay, let me try one other thing here. This is something new. Let's see if this works. Okay, when I play this, I want to know if you can hear it. You can hear it? Awesome. Cool. All right. So this is going to work. Now one more test, one more thing, one more new thing. Test, test, test. Can you hear me this way? This is the room monitor. Can you hear me? Test, test, test. Bit hollow? Yeah, that's because it's a room monitor. Just testing in case people make requests for my ukulele. Okay, I'll put it back and let's make sure this goes back into both ears. And test one more time. Okay, so that's two different kinds of mics. One is a room mic for things like my ukulele and some other things that I cannot mic up. So I just wanted to see if that worked. Awesome, cool. Thank you guys. All right. So I'm just on a little early because I wanted to test my audio. Hey, Andrea, welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So, yeah, today's stream is because I'm pretty tickled about having my next song out and about and live. Thank you, Andrea. This is the actual painting that I have for it. I painted this a number of years ago for a friend of mine. It's one of her cats. I actually painted 3 sets of them. This one was, her name was Charlotte. And since this song is the song that I just released called This Is Why I Run is about the reason you run is so that you can eat and drink for fun. And so it made me think of Charlotte. She was a princess. All right, I'm going to start off with just a test run here. And Jerk, if you're still on, Darth Rips agrees with you that the logo that I put on the t-shirts should be larger. So I might do an adjustment on the merch for that. Hey, Del, welcome in. Just setting up a little early here. All right. Andrea's still trying to get her first song out and about. Okay. Well, it does take time, and so good luck to you. Oh, you brought coffee, Dell. Awesome. Hi, AJ. Welcome in. Welcome in. I brought Di Serono. Cheers, everyone. My husband bought me some Di Serono for Christmas, so I figured this is a good time to have some. All right. Well, you guys are in a bit early, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run a test, run through my song that is out. Here we go in the corner. There was a time not long ago I could not even touch my toes. I lost my breath in Papa Joe, so I thought I'd learn to run. The first day out was bright and clear. I dressed in all my fancy gear. I smiled at any people near. I thought this would be fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Around that first bend I go, taking all the paths I know. My arms are swinging to and fro, saying, are we almost there? There's a forest trail ahead, had no idea where it led. I just want to go back to bed and forget I'd ever run. A healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Through the trees along the trail, I gasped and breezed over hill and dale. I would not stop, I would not fail. I'd finish what I'd begun. Last I made it to the end, there was food and drink, songs and friends. I swore that I would do this again, just to eat and drink for fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. This is why I run. There we go. You guys have got the first audition of This Is Why I Run. That was the Spotify version. Oh, thank you, Del. Yeah, I got the drums in there and everything. 2 different guitar lines and some harmony. I had a lot of fun trying to put that all together. So I produced this one myself. Oh, thank you, AJ. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Andrea liked it, and Del Tonk says, sounds great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I'm pretty pleased. And the reason I put this one out next, actually, is because Missy Hippie kept looking for it on Spotify, yelling at her, what does she have there? The Android voice that she talks to. I sang, pick up, This Is Why I Run from Spotify, Sherry Smith. It's not out yet. It's not. Now it's out. So there we go. I know, the Google thing now. Yeah, that's right. She says, hey, Google. That's right. Very cool. Thank you, guys. So tonight's music, I've got a bunch of stuff lined up. It's all very upbeat. But if you want to hear something very specific, please let me know. There'll be my music here and there with interspersed with all the others. So the first one I want to start off with you guys is called Sonny Came Home, and that's by Sean Colvin. Oh, thank you for the hearts, Andrea. All right, so this is from a while back. Sonny came home to her favorite room. Sonny sat down in the kitchen. She opened a book and a box of tools. Sonny came home with a mission. She said days go by and I'm hypnotized. I'm walking on a wire. I close my eyes and fly out of my mind into the fire. Sonny came home with a list of names. She didn't believe in transcendence. It's time for a few small repairs, she said. Sonny came home with a vengeance. She said days go by and I don't know why I'm walking on a wire. I close my eyes and fly out of my mind into the fire. Get the kids and bring a sweater. Dry is good and the wind is better. Count the years, you always knew it. To strike a match, go on and do it. Oh, days go by and I'm hypnotized. I'm walking on a wire. I close my eyes and fly out of my mind into the fire. Oh, light and day, hold on tight. The world is burning down. She's out there on her own, and she's alright. Sonny came home. Sonny came home. Sonny came home. Came home. Ooh, home. Oh, thanks for using the stars, AJ. Thank you very much. Ah. There we go. Yeah, all the commands for the subscribers are on there. Cool. Now let's see here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the claps, AJ. Let's see here. Got next is Heaven by Milk Carton Kids. Another high tempo tune. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Even my husband, I don't think had heard the song until we were just doing that on the stream. So this is very, very new. All right, so the next tune I want to play for you guys is called Milk Carton Kids. And like I said, if you have a song request that you want, go ahead and make it. I'll bump it up to the top and see where we go from there. feet on the floorboards. Clap your hands if that's really what you came here for. Hang a prayerful lock over the door. Well, they promised me heaven, I was hoping for something more. Stomp the drum good and loud, shake the walls down. Scream and holler, jump about, all together now. Ain't nothing like a lie to gather round. Well, they promised me heaven, I was hoping for so much more. Heaven, are you waiting? Heaven, this is going wrong. Heaven. I'm going to try this again. Oh, good heavens. I'm going to try this again. What the heck? The page I was looking at is missing a whole bunch of info that I need. I am so sorry, guys. Not very professional, but there we go. Oh, my goodness. I got a raid. Brian Keith Music, welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, Mrs. Brickett. Thank you for following. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. You guys are great. Welcome to my stream. Tonight's celebrating having my new song out and about in the wild world. If there's a song that I can play for you, let me know, please, for that raid. Appreciate that. Thank you, Coffee. Thank you very much. Definitely release party day. Welcome in, Raiders. I do appreciate your bringing your people here. My name is Sherry Smith, and I stream from the west coast of Canada off on Vancouver Island. And so it is 7:05 here, and we are playing to celebrate the song, This Is Why I Run. We just had a preview of it a few minutes ago, and we'll do it again probably in about 20 minutes. I figure every half hour I'll redo it so people can hear the actual version that's out in the wild. So I'd like to play you a raid song, and please let me know if there is a song you'd like to hear, Brian Keith. This is for you, Brian. Thank you so much for coming in. How was your stream? I've seen your name a couple times. I'm not sure that I actually was able to get to your stream. I know I wasn't able to get to it today, but I hope you had a great stream. It's Saturday, it's here at last, and I'm playing my favorite tunes. Then you raided me with your friends, and all I see is you. Even if my songs fall flat now, I wouldn't have a clue, because you raided me. I want to thank you for raiding me on this fine day. And oh, just to play for you, I'm having the best day today. And I want to thank you for raiding me on this fine day. And oh, just to sing for you, I'm having the best day today. Thank you, Brian Keith Music. Thank you so much for the raid, Brian. Thank you. Archie, hi. Trisk. Oh, welcome in. You've resubscribed. Thank you so much, Trisk. Welcome in. Cheers. All right. You were thinking about getting a harmonizer. Yeah, they are so awesome. If you are a singer-songwriter like myself who goes out on gigs on their own, this really makes it more full, and I enjoy playing with it. You're very welcome. I liked that. Yeah, this harmonizer is a lifesaver for me. But I learned very early on 2 things. One, make sure your guitar is absolutely in tune, if you're the kind that I have that follows the guitar chords. And number 2 is you have to sing right on key. Either of those, and the harmonizer will harmonize with all the wrong notes. It does add a lot of depth to the vocals. Very true, very true. Yeah, no, I've played a song through and went, oh my God, that sounded awful. I realized, yeah, my guitar wasn't in tune. Okay. All right, let's see what I can play for you next. We just finished playing. Oh, we can't really see it very well there. The white doesn't go very good against the yellow. Didn't know that. We just finished playing Heaven by the Milk Carton Kids. So next we're going to go to Colby Calais and hit Try. All right. And about 20 or 25 after, yeah, about 20 after, I'll probably go ahead and play the song that's just out on Spotify, because that's the link I have. But if you go to my webpage, it has a whole bunch of different links for whichever streaming service you prefer. Here we go. Yes, they do a song called Michigan. I have that in my streaming song list as well. If you wanted to hear that, let me know. I do love playing their music. Brian Keith would like to hear Fire and Rain. Okay, I will play that right after this one. I don't have an active mod at the moment. They're both off right now, so I will have to do that myself in just one moment. Thanks for the hearts, AJ. Try it up one little bit higher here. In case you can't tell, I'm usually an alto singer, so sometimes I have to put things into a different key or different tone, even though I'm in the key I could sing in. Oh, Del, that would be so awesome. Okay. Yeah, I can't seem to add you in right now because it's the middle of the stream, but that's okay. But yeah, if you're offering, I will add you in as a mod. Thank you. Put your makeup on, get your nails done, curl your hair, run the extra mile, keep it slim so they like you. Do they like you? Get your sexy on, don't be shy, girl, take it off. This is what you want to belong, so they like you. Do they like you? You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, try, try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. Get your shopping on at the mall. Max your credit cards. You don't have to choose. Buy it all. So they like you. Do they like you? Wait a second, why should you care what they think of you when you're all alone by yourself? Do you like you? Do you like you? You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to bend until you break. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, try, try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, try, try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, 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 try. You don't have to try, try, try. You don't have to try. Take your makeup off, let your hair down, take a breath, look into the mirror at yourself. Don't they like you? 'Cause I like you. Hey, Tina, welcome in. Welcome in. As an editor, do you know how to add Del Tomics as a mod as well? He's offered to help out too. Thank you for the claps, Bob. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Glad you got your hat. Yay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much for the claps. Let me just see here. I know we've got the next one is a request. Oh, sorry, Tina. Yeah, no, I was just wondering, because you have editor ability, are you able to add Del Tomics as a moderator as well? Just wondering. If not, don't worry about it. I will do it after stream. All right. You think only the streamer can do it? Okay. So I'm going to play a request for Brian Keith. Thank you for the raid. This is Fire and Rain. You're in Washington State, Brian. Well, there you go. We're just neighbors. I used to live in Victoria at one time. We could look across the street down to you guys. Oh, you're in the home studio tonight playing your piano. Oh, cool. Very cool. Thank you for the hearts, AJ. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, very excited about the new release. And I'll do this one song, and then we'll play the release on the air again for you guys. Yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they made put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. Look down upon me, Jesus. You've got to help me make a stand. You've just got to see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you again. In my mind to an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Well, there's hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines in pieces on the ground. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought I'd see you, baby, one more time again. I thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around now. I thought I'd see you, I thought I'd see you, fire and rain now. There we go. Fire and Rain for Brian Keith Music. Thank you for that request. And the claps. Thank you for the claps, Bob and Del. Cheers, guys. All right, so it's 22 after. I think this seems like a good place where I can play for you guys my new song. It would be great if you would go and take a listen to it, and that really helps me get it out there. we go. Thank you for the claps, AJ. Oh, hey! How are you, David? This is really late for you. Welcome in, David. Brian just finished setting up his new studio today. Very first stream in over 2 months. Oh, my goodness. It's hard when you don't get a chance to stream. At least I get a little, finicky. Going, I want to stream. I'm going to be in Mexico next week, so I'm hoping to be able to stream from there. I don't know what I'll do if I can't stream. It'll be horrible. But I should be able to stream. It just might be not on this particular site. So here is This Is Why I Run. And you've seen the links coming up. Manu has just finished his stream. Oh, cool. Here you go, and I hope you guys like this version of it. This is, I produced it myself, so nobody but me on this track. There was a time not long ago, I could not even touch my toes. I lost my breath in Kappa Joe, so I thought I'd learn to run. The first day out was bright and clear. I dressed in all my fancy gear. I smiled at any people near. I thought this would be fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Around that first bend I go, taking all the paths I know. My arms are swinging to and fro, saying, are we almost there? There's a forest trail ahead, had no idea where it led. I just want to go back to bed and forget I'd ever run. A healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Through the trees along the trail, I gasped and breezed over hill and dale. I would not stop, I would not fail. I'd finish what I'd begun. Last I made it to the end, there was food and drink, songs and friends. I swore that I would do this again, just to eat and drink for fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. This is why I run. There we go. This is why I run. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you, Bob. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for the bits, David. Appreciate it. It's a fun little ditty. It's not terribly long, but it was a lot of fun to create, and it makes people tap their toes. And if you can make people feel, that's the best thing you can do, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Del. Thank you, our guitars. Awesome. It does have good energy, doesn't it? Hey, Jay Ukulele, how are you? You liked that version, Tina? Awesome. I had a lot of fun with that. But every time I try and release something, because this is only the second time of my songs, but I've released 4 things, because I released 2 songs over Christmas. And oh my goodness, it's a lot of work. Welcome in, everyone. All right, so we're playing some upbeat tunes here today, but if people do want to hear something a little different than what's on my list, please let me know. Go ahead and make a request. All right. Let's see here. Just checking to see if I missed anything from on the stream because I can't see all the comments until I go back and look, obviously. Oh, Bob, you know all the codes. Yeah, I don't know any of those yet. I just go to my list and hope for the best. Next is Colby Kelly's Bubbly. Oh, wait, we do have a request, so we'll bump that to the top. Tina, are you able to bump for me? If not, I'll do it. We've got a request for Creep. There we go. Votes for more originals on today's new release special stream. I do have originals out there in the stream, but I can pull them up further. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 more down, 3 songs down, and it's another original. I'm just starting out to get things published and such, and I'm publishing as I'm going along. So I only have about 9 or 10 originals at this point. But, only 2 of them are actually published. All right, so let's do Creep. And then I can pull forward one of my originals for you. Thank you, David, for saying that you'd like to hear more of those. Cheers. When you were here before, look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I want to have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, she's running out the door. Oh, she's running out. And she's run, 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 run. makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. There we are. Thank you very much for the request. Thank you, Bob, for the claps. David Slays, it's a sandwich, 2 originals between a number of cover songs. Oh, I see. Okay. I learned something now. More again today. I've learned so much today. Crazy. Thank you, David. I will sandwich 2 originals next time. Thank you, David. That was another of David's ideas. Was my Nightbot link works. Awesome. All right. So, right next, we've got Bubbly Up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep, so third one in, we've got an original, and I'll bump that up so that I've got 2 originals together. Actually, I'll bump it down so I've got 2 originals. There we go. All right. Bob says you got a lot of stuff with your last name. Yeah, I had to ask how to pronounce that because you're looking at it, it could be said about 3 different ways. And my maiden name was very odd too, so people had no idea how to say it. Unless, of course, you lived in Cheshire, England. Apparently that's a place where 30% of the population actually had the same last name as I did. You learn something new when you're doing genealogy. All right, here's some bubbly for you guys. Been away for a while now. You've got me feeling like a child now. 'Cause every time I see your bubbly face, I get the tinglies in a silly place. It starts in my toes, make me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just take your time wherever you go. The rain is falling on my window pane, but we're hiding in a safer place. Under the covers, staying dry and warm. You give me feelings that I adore. It starts in my toes, make me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know you make me smile. Please stay for a while now. Just take your time wherever you go. What am I going to say when you make me feel this way? I just It starts in my toes, make me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, kiss my nose, the feeling grows. You make me smile, baby, just take your time, holding me tight. Tapping away to the music. Awesome. I love that. Thank you guys so much for all those emotes. Fantastic. I love it when I see emotes in the stream. Thank you, Tina, for the sway and the guitars. Thank you, Del, for the music and my cool Sherry emote. Thank you, AJ, for the dancing and the swaying and the hearts and all that. Oh, nice. And Bob for the claps. And thank you for the claps, Del. Appreciate that, you guys. Appreciate you being here. All right. So Del would like to hear White Flag by Dido. All right. Here we are. Well, thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Thank you for the dancing bit there. Wrongful. I know it's you, Wrongful. I know you think that I should and still love you. I'll tell you that. But if I didn't say it, will I still have felt it? And where's the sense in that? I promise I'm not trying to make your life harder or return to where we were. But I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. I know I left too much mess and destruction to come back again. And I caused nothing but trouble. I understand if you can't talk to me again. And if you live by the rules of it's over, then I'm sure that that makes sense. But I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. When we meet, I'm sure we will. All that was then will be there still. I'll let it pass and hold my tongue, and you'll think that I moved on. But I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flags above my door. I'm in love and always will be. But I will go down with this ship. I won't put my hands up and surrender. There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be. There we go. Thank you very much for the claps. Appreciate that. I hope you like that version, Dell. If Bob had Scottish ancestry, it could be Mac Burgers. That's too funny. Oh, you're starting to memorize the more notes of the keys now. Okay, cool. Yeah, the picking, that's a whole different story, isn't it? So Bob could really go for a brownie with fudge icing. Oh my goodness. Have you tried, Bob, have you tried the Dairy Queen one where it's got the ice cream in the middle and it's got brownies on the side and fudge topping? And oh my goodness, I don't want to even talk about it. It's so good. Thank you, Trisk. Thank you for the cheers. I appreciate that. All right. So let's do. Got some lava cakes left over from Domino's. Lava cakes. Oh, drippy chocolate. Yum. And those of you who saw this behind me but didn't hear the first explanation, this is actually a painting that I made for a friend of mine. It's a lot smaller. It's on her wall. I keep the digital rights, but she has the original. And this is Charlotte, and she was a party girl. And so when I wrote This Is Why I Run, and I was looking for some cover art for my song, I thought of Charlotte, because the only reason she would run is, to eat or drink. So she worked right into it. It is Super Party Cat. See, she's got her little bit of pate in the corner. She's got a little martini up above. A catini, I guess. And she is a princess, but, all cats are either a princess, a queen, or an empress. So, let's see here. Let's see. She is having a great time, Charlotte is, yes. She does look wasted, but, she probably had some catnip in there, too. We're going to do Love Potion number 9. And let me know if it's time for a original or just keep going until we hit them. Save the crown and the drink. Catnip definitely inspires them to all sorts of things. I had a cat that had too much catnip, so we tossed it out onto the patio outside and closed the door to stop him from getting to it. We heard weird noises, looked at the back, and there was a neighbor's cat who'd found it, and he basically was doing an airplane with his chin on the ground and pushing the catnip around on the patio with his chin. He was so stoned. Yes, I color coordinated with my background. Good of you to notice, David. I wasn't sure if anybody else would, but yeah, I was trying to get right into the feeling of it. Took my troubles down to Madame Rude. You know the gypsy with the gold cap tooth. She's got a pad down on 34th and Vine, selling bottles of love potion number 9. I told her that I was a flop with the chicks. I've been this way since 1956. She looked at my palm and she made me a sign. She said, what you need is love potion number 9. She bent down, turned around, and gave me a wink. She said, I'm gonna make it up right here in the sink. It smelled like turpentine, looked like India ink. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything inside, but when I kissed a cop down on 34th and Vine, she broke my bottle of love potion number 9. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything inside, but when I kissed a cop down on 34th and Vine, she broke my bottle of love potion number 9. Love potion number 9. Love potion number 9. Love potion number 9. Limited edition hand-signed artwork may be coming soon. Hint, hint. Oh, right. I hadn't thought of that. Oh, David, you are so full of good ideas. I don't know how I'm going to do them all. Yeah, I've got artwork from over the years, some of which will be very useful. Thank you for the claps and the dancing, Del. Thank you so much for the claps, Bob. Bob Blaho was the lucky recipient of a giveaway that happened on this past Monday when I had my 500 followers stream. And so he now has one of my hats. Should be like this trucker hat. Keeps your ears from getting burned. And Trisk got his t-shirt today. Awesome. Trisk was also another person who just won. I had 3 giveaways on last Monday. And so he's got a t-shirt. Very cool. Hope you guys all enjoy it. And send me pictures of you wearing this stuff. That would be fantastic. All right. You were so close, were you? Aw. Let me see here. I'm going to bump up. I think it's time for a couple of my songs. What the heck? All right. So this first song is called "When I Look Into Your Eyes," and I wrote most of the words and the melody. And a friend of mine, the original reason for this song was he had a set of chords that he loved, but he didn't know what to do with it. So we got together and created this song called "When I Look Into Your Eyes." Just check something. That's it. Okay, so that I will play. I just want to make sure I had it right. Don't want to mess up one of my own songs, and that I can do very easily. I remember all the joy I felt the day you were born. They told me of your peaceful smile as you went to sleep that morning. I wish I could have held you and heard your peaceful sighs, let you know I loved you when I looked into your eyes. When I look into your eyes, I'll see your tiny face, and your smile will be the sunlight in my day. The picture on my wall makes me sadly realize I don't know when I'll get to see you and look into your eyes. Someday things will be different, like when blue skies and the rain, and our troubles will be over, and we can hope again. I wish for a tomorrow with no sickness, no hate, no lies, a time when I can be near you and look into your eyes. I wish I could have held you and kissed away your cries, let you know I loved you when I looked into your eyes. When I looked into your eyes. Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Thank you for the claps, Trisk. And thanks, David, for those notes. Appreciate it. All right. Oh, thank you for the claps, Del. All right. So, yeah, if you got a chance to hear my new song, please pass it on. I would like to officially request that you share the tune. This is why I run on any of the services that you like or prefer to listen to. And if you like it, it would really help if you left a good review. I also have it up on my YouTube channel. And that is where CD Baby originally sent it through to. And, oh, why have I got This Is Why I Run up there again? I've already played it twice. You'll give this feedback in the YouTube? Thank you, Del. I appreciate that. I've already played this. Well, actually, I'm going to play it here. I'll play the acoustic version. Was a time not long ago I could not even touch my toes. I lost my breath getting Cuppa Joe, so I thought I'd learn to run. First day out was bright and clear. I dressed in all my fancy gear. I smiled at any people near. I thought it would be fun. The heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Around that first bend I go, taking all the paths I know. My arms are swinging to and fro, saying, are we almost there? There's a forest trail ahead, had no idea where it led. I just want to go back to bed and forget I'd ever run. A healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Through the trees along the trail, I gasped and wheezed over hill and dale. I would not stop, I would not fail. I'd finish what I'd begun. At last I made it to the end. There was food and drink, songs and friends. I swore that I would do this again, just to eat and drink for fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. This is why I run. There we go. That's my acoustic version of the song I just put out. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you, J10B2. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that. Let's see here. All right, so let's do some more upbeat tempo tunes. We'll play a little Norman Greenbaum and Spirit in the Sky. Again, if anybody else out there has any requests, let me know. I think I need to take a little break here right with you guys. And please go ahead and have a drink with me. Oh, you liked the melody, did you? Thank you. Cheers. I should have drunk some of that earlier. All the ice is melted. You like the melody, Wrongful? Cool. Absolutely, Bob. Thank you for the cheers. Bottoms up. Let's do another little tune you guys probably already know and can sing along with me. When I die, they lay me to rest. Gonna go to the place that's best. When they lay me down to die, going up to the spirit in the sky. Going up to the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Prepare yourself, you know it's a must. Gotta have a friend in Jesus. So you know that when you die, he's gonna recommend you to the spirit in the sky. Recommend you to the spirit in the sky. That's where you're gonna go when you die. When you die and they lay you to rest, you're gonna go to the place that's the best. Never been a sinner, I never have sinned. I've got a friend in Jesus. So you know that when I die, he's gonna set me up with the spirit in the sky. Set me up with the spirit in the sky. That's where I'm gonna go when I die. When I die and they lay me to rest, I'm gonna go to the place that's the best. Go to the place that's the best. David sways with everyone in chat. Excellent. Awesome emotes, Dell and Wrongful. Thank you for the claps, Bob. Thank you, Trisk. My little blue clapping hands. Clap, clap, clap. They kind of look like chicken feet, but that's okay. It's what happens. I do all of my own emotes, so sometimes they don't turn out quite how I thought they would, but that's okay. The only emotes, I've got 2 emotes that I didn't do, and one of them is my logo, and that was Darth Rips who made it for me. Song list bot does not count random picks, only song requests. I don't know what that means. Emotes are tricky. Oh, they sure are. Oh, you like mine though? Okay, cool. Thank you, Dell. Thank you so much. Thank you for the claps, Tina. And if anybody enjoys what I'm doing here or sees something funny and wants to clip, I think the clips are available for everybody to use. All right, and Wrongful, RDR Guitars, has requested another of my singles, or my songs that I haven't released yet, and this is my very newest one that I've written. So I might as well put that in here since it is requested. It's called I Grew Up in a Pickup Truck. And yeah, it was written about all the stupid things that people do in small towns when they're under 20. Oh, it's your favorite, is it? All right. All right, and I know what else is your favorite, just to get into the spirit. Yeehaw. My Mexicali hat. Thanks, Gina. I grew up in a tiny town. There wasn't too much to do. Just hanging by the hug and slug and sneaking a couple brews. So I bought a truck from Old Man Jones, thought it would set me free. With a rusted bed and a dodgy head, she was beautiful to me. Memories of my teenage years of friends and stupid things. A truck that gave me freedom and taught me many things. I grew up in a pickup truck, she was a powder blue Chevrolet. With 4 on the floor and a whole lot more, she stole my heart away. That truck, she made me happy, now it's to see. Those carefree days in many ways were what made me me. Have you heard about the dumbass who used a Chevy to fell a tree? Got stuck down in the mud flats. Well, that dumbass, that was me. Memories of my teenage years of friends and stupid things. A truck that gave me freedom and taught me many things. Oh yeah, I grew up in a pickup truck. She was a powder blue Chevrolet. With four on the floor and a whole lot more, she stole my heart away. I took her places for submarine races up riverbeds, trails and streams. She carried hay and boyfriends. She was the truck of my dreams. One day in town, well, she broke down, couldn't get her started again. With tears in my eyes, I said my goodbyes to my dearest friend. Memories of my teenage years of friends and stupid things. The truck that gave me freedom and taught me many things. Oh yeah, I grew up in a pickup truck. She was a powder blue Chevrolet. With four on the floor and a whole lot more, she stole my heart away. That's right, a new original song where the link is not yet dry. Awesome. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for the claps, Bob and Dell and Trisk. Awesome. Sometimes songs come easily, and sometimes they don't. Okay, so that one. Thank you for the claps, David. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for this wonderful story song, he said. You're very welcome. I'm glad you liked it. Story songs, they're pretty much country or folk, and that's why I play a lot of those. Sometimes you feel like a nut, yeah, and sometimes you don't. Let's see. That was one of my originals, but obviously it kind of snuck in there. So I guess I better play a second one since it's suggested I should do two songs of mine in the row. Dell always feels like a nut, he says. So this second tune of mine, I have not recorded it yet, although a lot of people seem to like it. It's called My Hometown, and that's pretty self-explanatory. But when I say some songs are easy to write, this one wasn't. This one I started writing when I'd left home as a young woman. And I wrote the first two stanzas, and it always felt unfinished. And so when I finally stopped working and moved to another small town, which is where I live on Vancouver Island, it came to me, the final verse. So this was decades, literally decades in the making. So this is called My Hometown. Bob says he likes Almond Joys, but probably Mound's better. And I don't like coconut at all, so I'm not going there. Ugh. Unless it's a real fresh coconut itself, right from Hawaii. I went to Hawaii a number of times. My husband used to be in the armed forces, and so I would fly down to see him when he was in Hawaii, because they would do exercises with the Americans down there. What a great idea. Go see your hubby. Oh, it's not my fault he's in Hawaii. Gee whiz. David Slade says, thinking about it, the new song is a happy feel song, which any songwriter will tell you are the hardest to compose. Yeah, I don't know why. It's easy to pull sad emotions out of you because they overwhelm you. But to make a happy song, it's like you're so busy enjoying life and being happy. It's hard to remember to sit down and capture that. Bob loves Maui. I haven't been to Maui. I've been to Oahu and Kauai, but that's it. Here's the song, My Hometown. Like I said, it was decades in the making. So I hope you like it. I'm sitting here alone in a place of my own, listening to the sounds of the night, the screech of the tires, the horns and the sirens, keeping time with the blinking city lights. Oh, I'm yearning to go back to my home, back to old friends and their ways, where mountains speak and waters run deep, in my hometown so far away. The city life is fast, and although I'm not the last, I know that I'm lagging far behind. The romance in my heart, well, it needs a place to start. So I dream of country life and take my time. Oh, I'm yearning to go back to my home, back to old friends and their ways, where mountains speak and waters run deep, in my hometown so far away. The years went rolling by, now I wonder why I've stayed where I never have felt free. So I pack up my life and I leave this city's strife. I'm heading for the place that calls to me. Yes, I'm leaving to go back to my home, back to old friends and their ways, where mountains speak and waters run deep, in my hometown so far away. In my hometown so far away. Oh, thank you for the lighter, Bob. And thank you for the music notes, David. Appreciate that. And thank you for the claps also, Bob. Oh, those are moving notes, Del. It took me a second to figure out what that was. Moving notes. Very cool. Thank you for the claps, Trisk. Thank you so much. Like I said, the song is very self-explanatory. Cheers, my friends. Thank you all for being here. Let's join Charlotte in a drink. All right. Okay, so we still have time here. I've got about a half hour or an hour, depending how long I play. Cheers, Bob. Yeah, it doesn't work if you have an A instead of an F, so that's right. All right. It is late. You can't type. That's okay. I'm so thrilled that you came and are watching my stream, Bob. I know that you're a couple hours ahead of me. I appreciate your time. Now, I don't know if Tina was around to give you a shout out or not. I think she did. I hope she did. We'll play Counting Stars. You got him. Oh, thank you, Trisk. Cheers. Yeah, I've set it so that I've allowed my VIPs to also do shout outs. So RDR says his wife and he got married on Kauai on a shipwrecked beach. Oh, very cool. The one with Harrison Ford and Anne H. 6 days, 7 nights movie. Right. I remember that now. It was a full moon rising, but no jumping off the cliff. Cool island. It is amazing. And that's also one of the Jurassic Park's movies used the cliffs on Kauai for their backdrop because they are so jagged and rugged looking. Very, very, very prehistoric looking. Very cool. And Kauai also has a smaller version of, eating my own hair, smaller version of a Grand Canyon there. Beautiful. I went to my very first trip to Hawaii. I went to Oahu. I was supposed to go with a male friend, and he backed out at the last minute. And I went, I've been looking forward to this, so I just I put it on my visa and I went. I was maybe 19, 20. So I show up in Hawaii and I'm laying there on the beach, and I decide, well, I'll learn how to surf. Well, yeah, sure. But as the surfing lessons, who do I run into but 2 other Canadian girls from Alberta, one province over. So we decided to go ahead and buy some tickets, went and flew over to Kauai from Oahu and rented a convertible car and drove up to the Grand Canyon. So it was very, very cool. Tina got engaged on the road to Hannah. Oh, very cool. Ronquil says the magical island, and they sang the marriage song at the Royal Falls. Oh, that is so nice. That's so nice. Because my husband was military, we got married at the Esquimalt base just in Victoria. So that was really amazing because it's right on the water, and you look out the window straight out to the ocean. But for our 10th anniversary, my husband took me to Fiji. It was during the Gulf War, so he actually flew to Fiji from the Gulf, and I flew from here, and we met halfway around the world just to have a 10th anniversary. That was very cool. All right. Tris got engaged on a bridge in Venice. Oh my goodness, that's romantic. Till somebody 12 a.m. Good thing she said yes. Oh my goodness. So many good stories. All right, let me play this for you. Counting Stars by One Republic. about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. We'll be counting stars. See this life like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is a flashing sign, seek it out and you shall find. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. Don't think the world is sold, we're just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. I feel something so wrong, doing the right thing. Couldn't lie, couldn't lie, couldn't lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. I feel your love, feel it burn down this river every turn. Hope is a four-letter word, make that money, watch it burn. Old, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. Don't think the world is sold, we're just doing what we're told. I feel something so wrong, doing the right thing. Couldn't lie, couldn't lie, couldn't lie. Everything that drowns me makes me want to fly. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons are learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons are learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons are learned. Everything that kills me makes me feel alive. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons are learned. Take that money, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons are learned. Thank you guys so much for all those emotes. Appreciate the sways, the hearts. Oh, thank you, Dell. Oh, Tina, you made the stars. That's so cool. I wish I'd have been able to clip that while I was streaming. Dropping off some songs here. You like those stars? Yeah, they turned out pretty cool, I thought. I think I'm going to dump some of these songs because I won't have time for them. What the heck? We'll give Zombie a little bit of a shot. While you guys are on here, has everyone seen the original, the full version of my new tune. Should I play it here, or should I just keep going? You've got to go now, Bob? Oh, thank you so much for being here. I know it's quite late where you are. Thank you so much for being here. See you later, Bob. All right, we'll do this one more time here. In case there's people who haven't heard the full drum section. This is why I run. There was a time not long ago I could not even touch my toes. I lost my breath in Papa Joe, so I thought I'd learn to run. The first day out was bright and clear. I dressed in all my fancy gear. I smiled at any people near. I thought this would be fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Around that first bend I go, taking all the paths I know. My arms are swinging to and fro, saying, are we almost there? There's a forest trail ahead, had no idea where it led. I just want to go back to bed and forget I'd ever run. A healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Through the trees along the trail, I gasped and breezed over hill and dale. I would not stop, I would not fail. I'd finish what I'd begun. Last I made it to the end. There was food and drink, songs and friends. I swore that I would do this again, just to eat and drink for fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. This is why I run. There we go. Thank you guys for all those emotes. That's cool. Oh, that was fun. You're singing along, Dell. That's awesome. That is the thing about this song. I think people can pick up the chorus pretty quick. Thanks, Gina. Yeah, woohoo! It is a lot of work to get these together and produced. Absolutely. Countless hours, countless takes, countless listeners to see if it's all good. Absolutely true. And Dell knows that too. You know a good song when it creates the urge to hum or sing along with it. And it really has that, which is excellent. Oh, thank you, Dell. Yeah, I think so too. It's like people who started listening to it the first day out, and it has more listens to it already than my first song out that went out in June has to this point. And so like, this is cool. It obviously hits the right chord for people. Makes you want to, as one of my relatives was saying, that's a toe tapper. Great driving tune as well. Yeah, I guess. And it is a really good running tune. I set it at 180 beats a minute, which is actually a really good pace. So I'm hoping that I can get it out and heard by all the runners in this community and down in Victoria, because that would be really great. You were driving while you were listening to it, Trisk. Oh, very cool. I can't help but bop along with it myself. getting late. I've lost a number of people off the site already, so I understand. And do appreciate those of you who stop by to say hello and give me a listen, and hopefully pass on to your friends or tell them about it in your own Facebook or whatever you have. Once you start running again, it'll be good inspiration. That's right. I keep saying that to myself too. I think I should put it on an MP3 player and take it with me to Mexico and get onto a treadmill there watching the ocean. I think that'd be probably good. Then I can have as much tequila as I want, right? Says there's a certain excitement finishing a song and publishing it, and it's inspiring to see that. Oh, awesome. Thank you. It is exciting, and it's terrifying at the same time, putting it out there thinking, what if people don't like it? But you know what? If you like it yourself, it's almost worth it to put it out there anyways, just because you want to hear it. Trisk says, this is why I swim. There you go.
Taken, and the violence caused such silence. Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they're fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're crying. In your head. When the violence caused such silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old theme since 1916. In your head, they're fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they're dying. In your head.
Oh, my version of Zombie. Thank you for the claps, Del. You can test drive with us anytime, Sherry. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the claps, Del. Thank you, Trisk. I don't usually do heavy hair stuff like that, but it was worth having a little bit of fun. 20 minutes. Let's see, what have I got down in here? I know. We'll do a little CCR and jambalaya. Just 'cause. Then I'll put out a couple more originals. There we go.
Goodbye, Joe, me gotta go, me oh my oh. Me gotta go, pull the brook down the bayou. My Avon, the sweetest one, me oh my oh. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me-o. Pick a top, fill the fruit jar, and be gay-o. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Thibodeau, Fontenot, the place is buzzing. Kinfolk come to see Yvonne by the dozen. Dress in style, go hog wild, and be gay-o. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me-o. Pick a top, fill the fruit jar, and be gay-o. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Later on, swap my mon, get me a pirogue, and I'll catch all the fish in the bayou. Swap my mon to buy Yvonne what she need-o. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me-o. Pick a top, fill the fruit jar, and be gay-o. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Here we go.
Craving some jambalaya for some reason, Trisk. Oh, okay. I know the other night you didn't even know what you were craving. Hopefully you found it. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the claps, Trisk. All right, I'm going to sing a couple more of my originals here. Hopefully you guys will stick around a little bit, and because we'll raid out around the top of the hour. That song is always really fun. You're right, Dal. Absolutely. All right, so I'll do a couple of my songs here. And one's called The Peaceful Warrior, which was both myself and Dark Native wrote. He's another streamer online here, and I hope you like it. My version of it. There's so many different versions out there of the collaborations with Dark Native. Mine is obviously a folk version. That was written last June, June 24th of 2022. 2022. I don't know. We're in 2023 now, and honestly, I still do not have my flying car. He lied to me.
nation. Somebody's gotta make the people aware. Somebody's gotta make everybody care. So pass on my message if you dare. My name is Sherry, I'm at war for equity and peace. All the census attacks I see must halt the system cease. I'm gonna battle for the red, white, yellow, and black. I'm gonna fight for the ones who can't fight back. Fight for the women with no rights to their bodies. Fight for the people for whom nobody lobbies. Fight for the people who fear on being themselves. Fight for the earth upon which we all dwell. There's more power in one man's voice than all of the weapons of military choice. So with my voice and yours we can shout out loud. We belong to the human race and we are proud. You don't have to be a master of science to see we need a worldwide alliance. We've seen how the world can be devastated through actions of men with minds of hatred. Oh yeah. My. My name is Sherry, I'm at war for equity and peace. The census attacks I see must halt the system cease. What I'm doing here, what I really want to say, the world has got to change its unforgiving ways. I won't be able to move this world all alone. So please help me make this earth a better home.
That's The Peaceful Warrior. Lyrics by Dark Native and Sherry Smith, and music by Sherry Smith. Now, thank you, David and Trisk and Dell. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all those emotes. Thank you for the claps, Dell and Trisk. Oh, thank you, David. Thank you so much. Yes, Dark Native. Oh, he has symbols. Absolutely. Let's see here. This next one is called Just a Little Change, and I wrote it. Oh, you have very nice song. You like that? Good collaboration. Yeah, I really liked the way it turned out, and Dark Native seemed to really like that too. He's got so many different versions available for people to listen to on his stream. It's amazing with the same thought process, but comes out so different depending on the genre that people play, and the personal life experiences make a difference too. This next original I want to play for you is called Just a Little Change, and I wrote it recently, but it was based on time that I lived in Victoria decades ago, and I used to work above the welfare office. So every Wednesday you would definitely see the people, or every third Wednesday you would see the people out there to collect their welfare checks. But there were others who didn't necessarily want to collect that kind of money, and they wanted to live on the street, not out of choice, but because they had nowhere else to go. They didn't necessarily want to go into the church hospices, which they didn't want to follow those religions, or they didn't want to go into assisted housing because there are certain rules that they couldn't or weren't able to or didn't want to follow. But other people, you looked at them and went, something, don't know why you're out here, but I really feel for you. So rather than judge, I talked to these people and got to know some of them a little bit, just a little bit. And it's enough to realize it doesn't take much to change, but sometimes it's just not there. So I wrote this song called Just a Little Change to show how I was feeling about it. Let's see here. Just a little change. Original song alert. Absolutely.
See you, girl, with the black and blue thigh, working so hard for your next high, begging for spare change in the rain. People passing by won't look at you. They don't want to see what you're going through, escaping from your ever-present pain. I remember those words you said, spoken with both shame and dread. Can you spare a little change? Just a little change. Can you spare a little change today? Just $1 or a dime. Or will you take the time and spare a little change today? I see you, boy, with that vacant stare, asking anyone to buy your wares, hoping for enough to just stay alive. You don't look happy on the street. You look tired and completely beat, not ever seeing a world where you can thrive. I remember those words you said, spoken with both shame and dread. Can you spare a little change? Just a little change. Can you spare a little change today? Just $1 or a dime. Will you take the time and spare a little change today? Well, I don't know what put you there, what gave to you that haunted stare, what made you live under the open sky. All I know is I see you, someone who wants to be cared for too, 'cause there but for the grace of God go I. I know there's more we can do than just give our pocket change to you. We can make a little change, just a little change. We can make a little change today. Just be caring and be kind and take a little time. We can make a little change today. Yes, we'll make a little change, just a little change. We'll make a little change today. We'll be caring and be kind and take a little time and make a little change today.
There we go. My original called Just a Little Change, written, finished August 2021. And based on events that I saw a decade earlier. Thank you, Del. Thank you for the claps. Thank you, Tina, for those emotes. Appreciate that. And the claps. And thank you too, Trisk. Cheers. My little blue clapping hands for Tina. Yay. You like the story behind it, Del. Thank you. Sometimes it helps to know why I wrote something, to give you a sort of a framework to look at. All right, so it's almost time to raid out. Tina, if you can give me an idea on who I should raid, I will do 2 more songs, both of which are originals. First, I'll do Live for Today, and then I'll play, I'll just finish on what we're celebrating here. I'll finish off with This Is Why I Run also. Irene Penna, sure, we can do that. So I'll do 2 songs here. One is Live for Today. And this was written during the hardest part of the pandemic when we couldn't see anybody but your own household. And this was written for myself, to me, to remind myself to think about everything that positive that I did have at that time. I was in the middle of the bush. I was with my husband. I could hear the birds, and the sun was shining. The trees were beautiful and green. And it's like, don't look at all the bad stuff. Try and find the good. We've got this moment, this time. We live for this day because we're not promised tomorrow. So try and see the good where we can. This is called Live for Today. Thinking back when we were small, never really thought at all of waiting for the perfect time to play. We went out to ride our bikes, make new friends or fly our kites. We lived our best life every day. Live for today. Live for today. It's all we really have anyway. Yesterday is done and gone. Tomorrow may never come. So go out, live for today. Seems as though as we've grown and moved out on our own, we lost our joy in living every day. We let our jobs, hurts and sorrows pin our hopes upon tomorrow and miss out on happiness today. Live for today. Live for today. That's all we really have anyway. Yesterday is done and gone. Tomorrow may never come. So go out, live for today. Don't wait for that perfect time when everything is all aligned. Life never really happens that way. Don't let fear or circumstance get in the way of your only chance to live your best life every day. Live for today. Live for today. It's all we really have anyway. Yesterday is done and gone. Tomorrow may never come. So go out, live for today. Yes, go out, live for today. All right. Thank you so much, Trisk. Thank you. Thank you very much for the claps. Thank you, guys. So we can do there we go. And so I'll finish up by playing again my newest tune. And thank you guys so much for all your support. As soon as I get the tune up here, there we go. This is Why I Run, and we'll be going out to Irene Penna as soon as the song is done.
There was a time not long ago I could not even touch my toes. I lost my breath in Kappa Joe, so I thought I'd learn to run. The first day out was bright and clear. I dressed in all my fancy gear. I smiled at any people near. I thought this would be fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Around that first bend I go, taking all the paths I know. My arms are swinging to and fro, saying, are we almost there? There's a forest trail ahead, had no idea where it led. I just wanna go back to bed and forget I'd ever run. A healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. Through the trees along the trail, I gasped and breezed over hill and dale. I would not stop, I would not fail. I'd finish what I'd begun. At last I made it to the end. There was food and drink, songs and friends. I swore that I would do this again, just to eat and drink for fun. Healthy heart, my lungs are clear. My legs are strong 'cause the shops aren't near. I'll buy the cakes, the wine, the beer. This is why I run. This is why I run.
Thank you guys for being here. That's awesome. Please copy the raid call, and thank you so much for being here. We will be going to Irene Penna Music. Thank you so much, and share with your friends. Thank you, J10B2. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. It's a raid. Absolutely.